Okay, everybody. So we're we're gonna unbolt the seat. Now, pretty much there's only one bolt that is bolted in from the top down. There's a bolt here that's going to be a straight bolt. It's really hard to see, Robert. But here's one over here. When I did the floor, I covered up the bolt hole, so we're going to have to put the new bracket in and then drill through the bracket, mark the bracket, drill the bracket. There's one here that I didn't cover up, so I think that one should go straight through. Actually, there's a bolt stuck there. I must have wedged on the seat because that thing's gone. And then the other bolt, there's two in the front. There are studs that come down. Oh wait, they bolt this way, so it must be a nut insert. But this one I had to cut out. So there should be one on this side. You can't even see it. It's in the, you can't even see it. So I know it's kind of a messed up video, but so we're gonna show you on the other side what I got. Let me lower this. I think I was pretty much driving this thing with one bolt, holding the whole thing together. That's not too cool. But you do what you gotta do. It's a Jeep thing. By saying it's a Jeep thing, we're just idiots. So, but you keep these things going on, no problem. So, the bolt in the back here, I need my light, and it's gonna be really hard for you to see, but we're gonna try. Robert's gonna be flipping out, so you know what, we're gonna shut Robert off here. Because Robert's like, what the hell, I can't see him. So the one bolt in the front is a bolt in the, this bracket is gone. This seat is nothing, it's holding this thing in. The one seat, oh, it did go crooked. Excuse me, there was one bolt holding this thing out. So, the seat in the back here, I got a mess, man. So we're gonna have to put the bracket, we're gonna have to take the seat out. It should take about 5 seconds to take the seat out because there's only one bolt holding it on. I found this, I didn't want to bore you with what socket it is. I think it's like a 13 millimeter. So, was I right? Nah, 14 millimeters. So it's a 14 millimeter. So the only thing holding the whole seat together was one bolt. I'm driving around with it. Alright, drop it again. So this one here is going to be a straight bolt, go straight through. Now that part of the floor I didn't touch. That came out good, but I did put a plate in the back, so we're going to have to mark it with a rug. The bad thing is I already wired this whole seat in. Now I got to cut the wires again. That kind of stinks. You know what? We're going to cut it. These connections good. We'll cut it here, and then we're going to put a nice piece of lumen here, and then lumen all, like black loom, a couple zip ties, so it'll look nice and neat. So let me cut those wires. And there. In fact, no, what's this in here? This wire in for something. Okay, well, you know what? Kind of works out nice. So we'll just disconnect it and then we'll finish it. So, okay, we'll just disconnect the seat. Take her out. And then we're going to put the brackets on. I wish I had more room in the shop, but I just don't. So, I'm going to have to sit you back a little there. Take the seat out of here. seats out. And these are actually nice. Look at, I mean, they're not that bad shape. I mean, they're worn out, but they're not that bad. I mean, I like them because they got the speakers in the seat. And they're wired in, they work. I guess though, if the speakers go bad, you gotta replace your whole seat though. That sucks, huh? So, I'm gonna put the brackets on. So if you notice, here's the brackets. Oh man, I dropped the mic. I dropped some part of this mic system, whatever it is. So here's the bracket. Look, this is was supposed to be. It went crooked. Oh my gosh, what a mess, man. So we're gonna put the loom on here. We're gonna get these brackets off of here. Man, all Torx bits. So that'd be one. Yeah, that side doesn't even work here. Ah, be two. What the heck kind of bolt is that? It doesn't even look like a Torx bit. Or whatever it is. I'm gonna take the bolt off. Let me go grab what it's supposed to. There's nothing left. There's literally nothing here to even bolt it down to. There's nothing here. There's sort of a hole here. You might have got one side here. That went crooked. You might have got side here. You could have actually got 3 bolts in this thing, but they're so shot. They're gone. They're not even. It's not even worth trying to save this one. Actually, I might even try to save. This is the inner one. The inner one you never have problem finding. The outer one you can never find. So let's unbolt that. Let me get these new brackets first. Match it up. Let me walk past everybody. When I say new brackets, you don't get new. Go try to find these new. You can't find. I can't find them. If anybody would reproduce these things, I would buy 6 of them. So these are reconditioned a little bit. They've been wired down. They're not 100% perfect, but they are nice and strong and solid. You know, I did paint them in and out and primed them pretty good. You know, so this is going to be, I think this side, yeah, that matches up there, and then the track will be all one shot. You just gotta take this bar off. So that's the one side up here, and then this will be the small one of this side. So we'll have 2 brackets, seat brackets, and we can put it back in. So this piece, I think, just comes off. I think you can pry it off. You know what? Let me raise the Jeep, and then we can just walk in and out. So it's not a climb. A lot easier. So, let's pry that off. I think this just pops off. Just spring loaded from track to track. So put on one side, pop it on the other one, that's it. So that would be that. Let's try to get these. I don't know, they look like a fun. I don't even know if that's what it's called. We're gonna probably have to go through a couple sockets here. Let's try. A spline drive. I think I have them sockets. So why look for those sockets? I think it's a spline drive. Since this guy replaced the seat, he did a lot of special stuff on here. I don't know why. Like, he did the brake lines. He did all new brake lines. And did the brake lines, not like a universal line. He did the real lines on this thing. I was like, you know, what he did really well. So these seat brackets have been changed, and the bolts look like a spline drive, so I gotta go find that. So give me a little bit of a break. I'll be back in a little bit. Bye.